Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good evening, Shubham. So we'll start the session in another 5 minutes, okay? We'll just wait for 5 more minutes. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, guys. Okay, I hope everyone joined. Okay, I hope you have explored that NumPy, right? And also there is one more link I haven't shared, just a minute. So everyone just refer to this link to practice the 100 NumPy, okay? In this particular notebook, you will be having around 100 NumPy cells, okay? It will be better for your practice, so please practice. You will be getting a recording lectures, okay, now, and you'll be updated in the Telegram group, okay? So today we'll be discussing about this pandas, okay? What is pandas, guys? Have you ever heard of pandas? Worked on pandas? Okay, you worked on pandas, fine. So let me just do one thing. Let me just open the notebook and we'll discuss the things over there. Okay, pandas. So you're saying that pandas is a library, fine. It is used to work on the data frames, correct? It will help us to create the data frames, okay? Yeah, data manipulation tool, correct. And regarding the recording lectures, please, everyone, whatever the other queries, please keep it to the last 10 minutes or the first 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so what exactly is pandas now? We'll write over here first. So what is pandas, guys? Pandas is a panel data analysis, okay? Panel data analysis, pandas means. In the pandas, we'll have pandas series, okay? We'll have pandas series and also pandas data frame we have, okay? Pandas series and also pandas data frame we have. So what exactly is this pandas and what are all the minimal operations that we can perform? We will see today, okay? And we'll try to discuss about exploratory data analysis. In that exploratory data analysis only, the matplotlib and also C1 library will be using, okay? So in the pandas we'll have pandas series and pandas data frame. First we'll discuss about this pandas series. What is this pandas series? Pandas series is nothing but it is a one-dimensional labeled array of values, okay? One-dimensional labeled array of values. Okay. And data frame is nothing but a two-dimensional. Data frame is nothing but a two-dimensional, where it will have both rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. So why panel data analysis? We can do the data analysis, we can do the data manipulation, data cleaning we can do. See, on the data we can do many things, and with this pandas library only, we can add our data, we can change that particular data format, we can impute the null values, we can introduce the imbalance. Everything can happen with the pandas. Okay. Fine. So first, series and also data frame, these are the two main things which you need to be aware of. In the pandas, series is nothing but one-dimensional labeled array of values. Data frame is nothing but two-dimensional array where it will have both rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. Now we will see how to create this series. Okay, let's see how to create this series. First, initially, what do we need to do in order to create the series? We need to have that library, right? Need to have the library. So let's import pandas. How do we want to import? We want to import alias pd, right? See, most of the time, even if you refer to any notebooks also, you'll be receiving you'll be seeing a shorthand notation pd for pandas and np for numpy. Okay, and for matplotlib it will be plt. For cborn it will be sns. Okay. This is a shorthand notation which has been in the usage from the last many years. Okay, just a minute. Okay, importing the library is done. Now, what do we need to do? We need to create a series. Okay, what is this series again? Series is a one-dimensional labeled array of values. Now we will say exactly what series is. Okay, so what do we need to do? First, we need to write pd dot, then yeah, if you want to know the version, we can write this. Okay, we'll just check the pandas version also. So what is the pandas version here? 2.2.2. 2.2.2 is the pandas version that we are using. Okay? So we'll just create the series now. pd dot c. See, as this is a method and it is case sensitive. Okay, so it should be always uppercase s. Okay, pd dot series, and inside this we need to define our values. Okay, so let's say this is the series, and we'll assign a variable to this. Okay, in the pandas, see the case sensitive. Here it is small series. If I assign a capital S, it won't work. It will throw an error. Correct. We'll just print that output. Sorry. See, what is the definition here? One-dimensional labeled array. So that means single dimension, and this is the label, and these are the indexes. Okay, let me just change the values so you'll understand. Okay, so these are all the values, one-dimensional values, and this is the label, and these are all the indexes. Okay, these are all the indexes. As indexing starts from 0, so we are having 0 to 3, and how many values? 4 values. Okay, so panda series, it includes the number, strings, or date type, any kind of data types it will include. And what is the data type here? Int64 is the data type. Correct. And also in pandas, whatever the textual data we are having, okay, whatever the textual data we are having, we will be calling it as a categorical data. Okay, object. The data type for those text data will be object. Okay, and that will be called as a categorical data. Text data is categorical data. So we'll just see what are the characteristics of this series. Okay, Let me just write here. Let me just select text. This is not the correct one. Fine. Okay, so what are all the characteristics of pandas series we have seen? And also one more thing, it can have heterogeneous kind of elements. Okay, it can have different data types. I mean different elements also. So instead of three, let me just give sorry ml. See, so hetero. So what are the characteristics? Sorry. Yeah. What are the very first characteristics? Each element will have the index, right? So each element is having this is an element, this is a label. So each element has a corresponding label. Correct. What is the second one? As we all know, there is only one single axis. So it is a one dimensional. Okay. One dimensional. And the very third one is just now I told heterogeneous. Heterogeneous, right? Heterogeneous means it can contain elements of different data types. Different data types. So these are all the characteristics of the pandas series. Okay. Pandas series characteristics. Okay, fine. Okay. And one more thing. So now you have seen the NumPy array, right? NumPy array and the Pandas series. So now you people let me know what is the main difference between this NumPy array and Pandas series. Okay. Num okay. Different data types. Okay, yeah, good one. NumPy array are specifically a one-dimensional arrays. NumPy array, Pandas series, right? See guys, the main difference it comes in the data type, labeling, and again dimensionality. Okay, is correct. NumPy array has a homogeneous data, whereas in Pandas series it contains heterogeneous. Correct. And coming into labeling, Pandas series have labeled indexes, whereas NumPy arrays they do not. Correct. NumPy arrays can be multi-dimensional, but Pandas series are one dimensional. Correct. So that is the main difference between the NumPy array and Pandas series. Okay. Just remember the difference. Okay. Just remember the difference. Okay. Right. One dimensional and multi-dimensional. And what was the other things? Labeled, not labeled. homogeneous, heterogeneous, right? Okay. Any doubts until now? Yes, no. Okay, fine. So now we'll go with this creating a data frame. Okay, let's start with the creating a data frame. So how to create a data frame? First, we need to make sure that the pandas library is installed. Yes, the pandas library is installed, and there were two ways. Okay, we can create a series, and from the series we can convert to a data frame, or else we can create a dictionary, and from the dictionary we can create a data frame. So let us just create a dictionary first. Okay, let's say data, and data is fine. So in the data, we'll just add the regular columns, okay, name, age, and country. So how to write a dictionary? So I need to open these braces. I need to define the keys, right? Sorry, name. So for this key, we need to have values, right? So what could be the values here? So okay, it is already suggesting. Even it has given the age also. Fine. So how many names it has considered? 4 names for now. Okay, we'll also consider country. Okay. Okay, it is saying Tom is India, Nick is USA, Krish is UK, Jack is Japan. Okay. So this is a dictionary where we are having keys and values, right? A key can have many values, right? So just run this. Okay, let's write data. Check how it is. So we got our data, data dot keys, data dot values. We'll be getting the keys and the values, right? So now what we'll be doing is we'll be converting it into the data frame. So how to convert to a data frame? So pd dot c capital D, okay, case sensitive again, capital D data frame, and here we need to mention what kind of what is the variable, so that it will be converting that to a data frame. Okay, so this is our variable name, and we'll just assign a variable for this whole data frame, and mostly by default we'll be considering df. Okay, df is nothing but data frame, and yeah, so we'll just visualize the data frame. So one way is we can print the data frame and we can see, or else we can directly write df. Okay, so now you can see here we are having a label data where it is a two-dimensional data. These are all the columns, okay, and these are all the rows. So it will be rows and columns. Name is a column, age is a column, country is a column. 0 is a row, 1 is a row, 2 is a row, 3 is a row. Okay, these are all the rows and the columns. Okay, so understood how to create a data frame. Understood how to create a grid. And let's scroll up to. Understood, right? So you just need to create a dictionary. Okay, so based on the dictionary, we can convert it into a data frame. So if you want to try, I'll just give some time, or else I'll just proceed. Okay, to create a data frame right now, or else can I proceed right now? Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, you can create a data frame. Okay. See, define a dictionary. Define the dictionary. Assign a variable. and write pd dot data frame, okay, and pass that variable. Okay. I hope it's done. Someone was asking. So okay. So now initially, whenever we are having a data frame, what is the first main thing we need to do is we need to check the df.info. Okay. Info. So we'll be getting the information of each and every column. Okay. Just see what are all the information we are getting. Just see this. So we got name, age, and country, and non-null count. So how many not null values are we having? 4. So it is saying that there are no null values. See this data type. Name is a object. So name is in a textual format. So that is why the data type is object. Okay. Fine. So after df.info, what we need to do is we can check the shape. Okay. We can check the shape, or else directly before info only we can directly do df.shape. Okay. What is the shape here? 4 rows, 3 columns. Okay. Rows, rows, columns. Okay. How many rows? 4 rows, 3 columns. Okay. Fine. So, and also we can check for the null values. Okay. How to check the null values? Df dot. So if it is null, then sum all the null values and let me know. Okay. So now it has summed all the null values for each and every column and checked. It is saying 0, 0, 0 again. So it is saying there were no null values. Okay. So whatever these 3 I have written, these are the major steps which you need to perform when you are having your own data set. Okay. Let's say tomorrow you have assigned a data set. So these 3 are the main operations which you need to perform. Okay. It's like a good practice. Okay. Like getting to know the shape of your data frame, getting to know the information of your data frame, getting to know the null values, and also there is this df.describe. Okay. What does describe do? Describe will only describe the numerical columns. Okay. Numerical columns. So what are all the parameters it is giving? Max, 75%, 50%, 25%, minimum, standard deviation, mean, count. Okay, these are all the values it is giving. We'll discuss what exactly standard deviation mean. So minimum and count is clear, right? Max is clear. 50, 75, 25 we'll discuss. Okay. Also one more thing which you need to implement is you need to check the duplicates. Okay. Duplicates. They brought duplicates. Okay. No, this is not duplicates. Duplicated dot sum. So what it is giving? 0. So it is saying that there were no duplicates in this particular data set. So what are the first 5 main things you need to do? You need to check the shape, you need to check the info, you need to check the null values, describe the data, and if there were any duplicates, it is not like you need to follow the same order. You can follow a different order also. So everyone just try to understand this. Just 2 minutes. Understood, guys? Okay, I just got a question. Good guys, you need to raise these questions. Okay, describe and info. What is the main difference? What is info doing? It is give the information about the column, the null value count, and what is the data type. Correct. And it is also giving how many entries are there and what was the entry indexes and how many data types counts. Correct. In the info, we are getting all this information, but coming into describe, see data type object we are getting integer object in the info. And coming into describe what happens, it is describing only the column. Okay. Which column? Numerical column. Okay. Numerical column it is describing. So we can also describe the textual column also. There is a parameter which we need to include. It is include, I guess, not include. Include only. Yeah, include all. Yeah. If I keep include all, then it will include the textual column also. But if you say unique top for age, it is none. And if you check the mean, will the mean be applicable on the name? No, right? So all these values are none. So that is the reason mostly the describes the numerical column. Okay, clear? Okay. So one of your friend is saying, why not df.sum? So let's just check what it is giving. So what it is giving df.sum, it is summing up all the things in that particular column and it is giving the result. So what did it do? It summed up Tom, Nick, Krish, and Jack in one single row. And in one single row, name is the column name, and these are all the values. So what it is doing, it is summing up all the values. So what are we getting here? 78 we are getting. But if you want to check the null values, we need to include is null. Okay. Is null dot any also we can do. Okay. Is null dot any also we can do. So if dir dot sum we are doing, all the values inside that particular column will be summed up. Okay. We should not do it. Clear? I hope it's clear. So anyone, any more doubts? No, right? So I'll just proceed. Okay. And what are the other things we can do in the pandas? See, one thing is now there will be some kind of challenges like one of your colleague comes and asks, I just want to display only one single column each. So now what to do? So we'll just call only each column now. How? Df. There were two ways, okay? There are two ways to call. I'll just say the first way, second way, you need to tell me, okay? Df and open these brackets and here give the column name and just run the cell. So I got only one single column. Okay, one single column I got. So what is the other way to get only one single column? What is the other way to get the one single column? Simple, okay? We need to write df dot name. But it won't give the answer now. See, it will throw an error. Object has no attribute name because our column name is capital N. So see the result. Both gives the same result. So these are two different ways to call the data frame. Okay. So what if I want two columns? Okay. What if I want two columns? So what do I need to do? I just need to write comma age. Okay. And also it needs to be inside. So now you will be able to see two columns. Also, I can include the third column also over here. What was the third column? Country, right? See how I created a data frame, name, age, country. But how I am calling the columns? Name, country, age. If I just assign a variable to this called A, okay, now just see. If I just call A, it will be name, country, age, okay? Name, country, age. But in the actual data frame, it will be the same, okay? Name, age, country only. I hope it's clear. And there is also one more thing. Head and tail concept, okay? How many of you are aware of head and tail concept? Head and tail. So, let's say we'll be having around many rows, right? So, instead of visualizing all the rows, I just want to visualize only first few rows. So what I can do, I just need to type df dot head 2. Okay, if I just give 2, it will give only 2 rows. But if I won't give any number, it will give 5. Okay, but as we are not having 5 values, it is returning our whole data set. Okay, I just need to mention if I just want 10, it will return 10. But as we are having only 3, it won't do that. Okay, so if I just give 1, it represents 1. Okay, so similarly tail also. Last 2. Okay, tail means last 2. Head means first 2. First columns, I mean first rows. Tails is last rows. Okay, last rows. Okay, understood the difference head and tail? Anyone any doubts until now? Okay, I'm sorry. So we can do the conditional based output also. We can get a conditional based output, and also we can do a group by. We'll just do the conditional based. Okay. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'll just apply a condition on age. Okay. I want to apply condition on age where what are the age categories here? So greater than 18. I want all the values which are greater than 18. So how to write that? So first initially we need to have our column, right? df of age greater than or greater than 18. So it is giving in a boolean format. It's giving boolean format for all these values it is true. For the fourth value it is false. It is not greater than 18. Okay, fine. So now if I want the output in a data frame format, how to get it? All I need to do is I need to wrap this inside a df again. See, I got it in a data frame format. So in the whole data frame, I want this condition to be applied and get the output. So the condition is applied, and as per the data frame, I got the output. Okay, I got the output. So this is what the conditional is. Okay, or else I can give a direct condition like equals to only India. So I will get only Tom row. Okay, I will get only Tom row. So this is all conditional based. The other one is grouping the data. Okay, we can group the data also. And how we can group the data? First, we need to have another data. Okay, we need to have a data frame, or else we can group on the same data frame also. How? We need to make sure that we need to, can we group on this data? We can't group actually. So let me just do a small edit over here. We'll just convert Krish to India. Okay, we'll just convert Krish to India. Okay, now we can apply group by. Now you will understand why did I convert Krish to India. Okay, so how to do a group by? Just need to type simple. Okay, df dot group by. Group by what? I want to group by country. Okay, I want to group by country. And if I want to include any other column, I can include that column, or else I can do the average or sum. Okay, just do this. Okay, I need to mention another column if I am doing the mean. Just a minute. So it is df dot group by. Just a minute. Okay, sorry. So country and what do you want? On what are the columns I want to group by? I want to group by on country and okay, age. And let me just run this. So are we getting any value? No, we are not getting any value. Did it update? Yeah, it has been updated. So one thing is, yeah, we are having the country. And what operation do we need to perform? We want the mean, the average of those age. Okay. Okay, now I got. What is the average of India? See, India we are having two, right? 20 and 19. So combining 20 and 19, we got 19.5. Okay. So this is how we do the group by. I'll just share this notebook. Okay. I'll just share this notebook. Just a minute. Yeah, we'll be sharing the Telegram link. Okay. Don't worry. We'll share the Telegram link. Don't worry. I wasn't able to join. See, I told the recording sessions will be provided, right? Just a minute. Just refer to that notebook. I will upload. I will upload Akash. I will upload the handouts. Okay. Grouping. Okay. Okay. So what are we mentioning here? I want to perform a group by on what I want to perform on tree country, and I want to get the mean of age. Okay. So I'm grouping based on country India. I'm having two values. Correct. Sorry, four I will have. Let's see. I'm having 4 values. I'm really sorry. Okay. So now we are having the country, right? So we are having India, India. So based on this country, if I just, if I not, if this value is UK, so it will be just returning the plain answer as 18 only. See, for the Jack, age is 18. So there is no other person related to Japan. So it will just give the same answer. So if someone is present for the same country, so if Christian Tom belong to India, so it will perform the main on this column. Okay, on the last column it will perform the main and it will try to group by country. Okay, I hope it's clear. Was it clear? Was my voice audible? Okay, so Shivangi, so please check network from your end, please. Everyone is able to hear. So this is one way to perform a group by. Okay, group by, and also we can do. There were two main things. Okay, there were two main things. That is ILOC and LOC. Okay, these are the two main important things. ILOC, LOC. Okay. So the ILOC and LOC are very important. So what does ILOC and LOC do? ILOC is used to select the rows and columns. Okay. It is used to select the rows and also the columns. And LOC is used to select the rows and columns also. But the thing is, ILOC is used to perform the operation on the ILOC is used to perform the operation on rows. Okay. On the rows. But LOC is used to perform the operations on columns. These. Okay. These. And ILOC is to perform on the rows. Okay. This axis. And LOC this axis. Okay. So the two main important concepts. Okay. ILOC and LOC. So I'll just show you this. How many of you know about this concept? IOC and ILOC and LOC. Okay. Some other operation by using main, using group by. Fine, we can do. Provide me with a dictionary, or else let me just try to create another dictionary. What happened? Okay. So we'll just complete this ILOC and LOC, then we'll go to that. Okay, then we'll go to that. Okay. Dev.ILOC is the command. And in the ILOC, we need to mention the index. Okay. What was that? What do we need to mention? So it is .ILOC, right? So it will be this. And here we need to mention our value. Okay? So let me just give the 0th value. and we'll see, okay, 0 comma 0. Let's see what it is written. What it is written, the Tom it is written. Where is Tom here? Just a minute, DS. So where is Tom? In the 0th row, 0th value. So I'll just keep 1. What it is written in the 0th row, the 0th index, it is written in the first value. Let me give 2. So what it is giving, it is selecting the first row and the second column. Correct. Second column. So this is one way to get the value, okay? One way to know the value, okay? This is one way to know the value, and we can also select the first 2 rows and also the first column output also. I'll just show you that. So it will be similar again, dot ILOC, and here we need to mention what 0 to 2. In the 0 to 2, I want 0 to 1, okay? This is, or else I just print here. Yeah, exactly the same we'll be getting. I'll just remove this. You just see now. So what are we getting in the 0 to 2? So it will consider 0 to 1. So we got 0 to 1. I want the 0 to 1. 0 to 1 in the sense the first column values. If I keep 0 to 2, it will consider 0 to 1. Correct. 0 to 1 it considers 0, 1. Understood ILOC? Understood the ILOC concept? So what it is selecting the first 2 rows and also the first 2 columns. First 2 columns. So first 2 columns. So these are the examples to use the ILOC. Now we will see how to use the LOC, okay? LOC. So what do we need to do? We need to select the index, okay? Index or the label over here. So let me just keep it as div.loc, and yeah, we'll just run this. And so what it is doing from 0 to 2, it is including everything under the column name. We need to mention the column also, okay? But remember, ILOC row wise operations, okay? Row wise operation. First row, column. And here if you see, LOC is the column wise operations, okay? We can mention the column over here and we'll be getting it, okay? Fine. So this is about LOC and LOC, okay? Any more doubts, anyone? Yes, no. Yeah, ILOC works on the row wise, okay? ILOC works on the row wise and LOC works on the column wise, okay? Both are used to select the rows and columns also. You can use both also, okay? But the difference occurs in how we are specifying the selection, okay? How we are specifically mentioning our selection, the difference occurs in, okay? We will explore that, Jayant, okay? How it is useful, we'll explore that, okay? Don't worry. Yes, ILOC, see guys, ILOC, LOC are used, both are used to select the rows and columns, okay? But they differ in how we are specifying the selections, okay? How we are specifying the selections. So in LOC, I mean ILOC, what happens is we'll select the rows and the columns by the integer position, okay? And in LOC, we'll select the rows and columns by the label position. Label, okay? Okay, I see many issues. So I'll just once again repeat the ILOC and LOC concept. Okay, try to understand. Let's see one more chart. Okay, fine. Okay, what is ILOC and LOC? ILOC, we can select the rows and columns. Okay, by integer position. Okay, by integer position, we will be selecting the rows and the columns. Okay, so what is the scenario here? Even if you see here, it is 0. It is 0, right? So basically, by using the indexing, okay, by using the indexing, we'll be doing the ILOC. Okay, ILOC. And in LOC, what exactly we'll be doing is, even in LOC also we'll select the rows and columns, but by the label. Okay, by the label we will be selecting in the LOC. Instead of for the 0 to 2, we can directly mention as A. Okay, A and followed by the name. Okay, so there is no such label, right? Just a minute. No such label as A. So what we can do, we can assign the indexes. So what was the index again here? Just keep fun. We'll just keep fun here. We'll see what is the value we're getting. What is the value that we're getting? Nick. Okay. We can assign the indexes over here. See, the simple difference is when you need to select the rows or columns based on that position, you'll use ILOC. Based on the label or the column, you'll use LOC. Okay. This is the main difference. I'll just write here. Use the ILOC when you need to select the rows or even columns, okay, based on their position. Okay, remember, based on the position. And similarly, okay, this is one thing, and the second thing is use LOC. Okay, use the LOC when you need to select the same again, rows or be it columns, but based on the label. Okay, based on the label. Now understood. So this is the label. In the label, what is the first value? See, let me just do the DF here. In this name label, what is the zero first value? Nick. So by column wise, we are getting the values. In ILOC, we'll just mention the index. Okay. So that is the main difference. We can, in both the things, we can select the rows and columns, but based on the position. Okay. Based on the position. Let me just do the DF here also. You'll understand. See, this is the position. Okay. 0th is the position. First is the position. Second is the position. Third is the position. So if you are using ILOC, it is used to select the both rows and columns, but based on the position. Okay. And if you are using LOC, you can select both rows and columns, but based on the label. So if I just give age here, what is the value I will get? 21. Because based on the label I am getting, not on the value. Okay. So if I just give 2 here, it is 19. Correct. Understood? Based on the label, based on the position. That is the main difference between LOC and ILOC. So that is the reason ILOC is used to perform the operation on rows. LOC is used to perform the operation on the columns. Okay. Based on the label. Clear? Yeah, try to do that, Jay Gupta. Try to do that, okay? Try to do that and check and let me know. Any doubts, anyone? Anyone, any more doubts? Okay, we'll just have a short break, okay? Let's have a short break for 10 minutes. In the meantime, if you're having any other doubts, ask me in the Q&A. I will share the Telegram group link. Don't spam over here, please. The notebook I have updated in the drive. Okay, please check. I have uploaded in the drive. Please check. Okay, I hope everyone is back from break. And please, someone please update the drive link in the chat, please. Everyone is having the drive links, right? Okay, you got it, fine. Okay. So those are the basic things which we can do. And thank you. I got the drive link. Thank you, guys. Okay, now can okay. Open and access drive link. That was the drive link. Okay. Thank you, Priyana. Thank you. Okay, so where are we, guys? We're done with pandas. Okay. In the pandas, there were many more things, but by using the pandas, we'll try to do many other data manipulations. Okay. I'll just share those in the handouts, and before 10 minutes only, I'll just upload the handouts. Okay. I mean, at around 7:50, I'll upload all the handouts. Don't worry. So now we'll discuss about this Matplotlib and Seaborn. Now, what do you know about Matplotlib and also Seaborn? What do you know about Matplotlib and Seaborn, guys? What are both? What are they both? They both are libraries, correct? What kind of libraries? How those libraries will be helpful for us? Okay, see, no answer, fine. So how those libraries will be helpful for us? They both are the visualization libraries, okay? Yeah, to plot the graph, correct. Matplotlib and Seaborn are both the visualization libraries. But first, we're having the Matplotlib, okay? Matplotlib. So what is this Matplotlib? So again, it is a library which help us to do the plots, okay? We draw the plots, and it provides a wide range of visualization plots, okay? What kind of plots it can provide? It can provide a line plot, scatter plot, histogram, and many more plots, okay? Many more plots it can provide us. And also C1. C1 is also the same, but C1 is built on top of the Matplotlib, okay? It provides a high level interface, we'll say. It provides a high level interface, and even in C1 also it will help us to create the visualizations, which includes the heat map, scatter plot, bar plots, and many more, okay? And these two data frames, I mean these two libraries are mainly designed to work with the pandas, okay? Fine. So we'll just work with the Seaborn and Matplotlib. But before, yeah, we'll just go with that. Yeah, let us just complete Matplotlib and Seaborn. Then, if still time permits, we'll just pick a dataset, and we'll try to understand what exactly exploratory data analysis is, how it will be helpful in data analytics field. Okay. For now, we'll explore Matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay, just a minute. Let me share the screen. Sorry. So here we are. Actually, all the time what's going on is I was just turning off the mic and I was telling all the things. Okay, I'll just make sure that my mic is on. So I just told about this Matplotlib and Seaborn. We'll just explore what these libraries are, and we'll see what kind of plots are present and how to visualize those plots. Okay. And how many of you know what kind of plots are available? So these are the two main libraries. Okay. Now we will see the types of chats. Okay. Types of chats. Okay. So here, what is the first type? What is the first type? See, there is a first I will list out all the chats. Okay. Then we'll discuss when to use what kind of chat, what exactly the chat is. Okay. First one is line plot. Okay. Line plot. Then comes the scatter plot. Okay. Scatter plot. Okay. And then we can go for bar histogram. So it is not giving. Okay, the list weight it is considering fine. Is it considering? Yeah, it is considering fine. So what is the other one we are saying? Bar chart. Okay. And also what are we having the other one? The other one is histogram I told, right? Histogram. Okay, line, scatter, bar, histogram. We can do pie chart, we can do heat map. I'll just add that. Okay. Pie chart. Also we can do heat map. Let me just run this. So these are all the types of charts present. What exactly is line chart? We'll see. Okay. Anyone know what exactly line chart does? Okay, I see many of you answered yeah, pie, histogram, and many box plot. Okay, box plot. Yeah, correct. Box also we can do. Scatter plot, histogram, pie chart, stem plot. Okay, okay, got it. I got my answer. Represent the data by lines. Correct. So what exactly line plot is? You so the better terminology for that is line connection, but the better terminology for that is it will help us to show the trends over the time or the categories. Okay. So what it will do help us or else we'll use then to show we'll use it to show the trends over time or categories. Okay, categories. So line plot is that. What is scatter plot? Scatter plot will tell us about the relationship between the variables. Okay, don't worry, we'll just draw all the plots. Okay, for now we are understanding what is what plot. Okay, scatter plot will tell us to do understand the relationships. Okay, between two variables. Okay, between two variables. Okay, fine. And also we are having what we are having bar chart. What does bar chart do? Bar chart will tell us about it will compare the categorical data. Okay, whatever the categorical data we are having, textual data we are having, it will help us to draw the plot on those kind of data, and it will help us to compare that categorical data across different groups. Okay. Okay. Categorical data. Okay, compare the categorical data. And histogram will also do the same, but it will show us the distribution. Okay, distribution is the term. Distribution. Okay, it will help us to visualize the distribution of a single variable, how it is being distributed over time. Okay, and coming into this pie chart, it will show the proportion. Okay, in the pie chart, we'll get to know the proportion. Or else we can say different categories contributing to the data, contributing in the data set, or else in that category. Okay, different categories, or else. So let's say there is a column named country. Okay, and we're having 10 values. In the 10 values, first 5 values are India, 2 values are Africa, 2 values are South Africa. So now if I visualize that country, what happens is I'll be getting these 5 values, okay, or else 3 values: India, Africa, South Africa, and I'll be able to visualize the distribution among them, how much proportion it is occupying in the whole pie chart. Okay, proportion. Proportion and heat map. Heat map will tell us about the relationship between the variables again. Variables. Fine. So these are the types of the charts which are present. Line plot used to show the trend over time. Now we'll just see what exactly the line plot is. Okay. Just copy this. Do it as a comment, and we'll draw a line plot. Okay. So all we need to do is first we need to import the libraries. Correct. So let me just import the libraries first over here. So in order to import the libraries, we need to type import. Yeah, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, so now we'll be able to do the matplotlib. Okay, the library has been installed as plt. Fine. Now what we need to do, all we need to do is plt dot plot. Okay, we can also plot this age, but we'll just write the values. Okay, we'll just write the values. We'll just give 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll just give these values and we'll just check. Okay, and also in order to show that, we'll just need to type plt dot to see the plotting. So this is the line plot. It is showing the trend over the time. So if you're considering over this particular point and this particular point, the trend is over here, and over this particular point, and when compared with this point, the trend is over here. Where it will be, again it will be here, right? Sorry, at this particular point and this particular point, we see the trend is over here. It will meet somewhere over here, right? So it is showing the trend over time. Okay, trend over time is the term we will be using. And we can also do with PLD the pie chart also we can do, but we'll just use this SNS. Okay, we'll implement the SNS here. With the SNS also same plots we can draw. Import Seaborn as SNS. Okay, I'll just run this. And I'll show you scatter plot. Okay, SNS dot scatter plot. And in the scatter plot, what do we need to have? We need to have x and y values. Okay, x and y values. So let me just define x, and let me just give 1 to 5 values, and also let me just define y and give 6 to 10. Okay. Okay. Now I just want to, even to plot this graph also, I just need to have plt dot show. So it is plotting all the points as per 2, as per 3. If I just give a 4.5 over here, or else 9.5 over here, we'll just check. So it will be slightly shifting. There is a shift. Correct. So this is how we draw this line plot and also scatter plot. If you want to try, you can try. Just refer to this. Just refer to this. And any doubts, mention in the Q&A, okay? Okay, fine. I see some queries. Just a minute. So this is our line plot, right? This is our line plot. So we just give over here 3.5. What happens? So now what I'm trying to explain is at 3.5 the value is over here. But if I just give the y-axis also here, just understand, okay? And also someone was asking me, let me just wait, line plot, right? VLT dot plot, we can do age, right? Let's check how it is happening. See the trend. See, let's consider for now. These are the years, or else we are having the countries, right? So dx dot age and also y is equals to df of country. We'll say invalid syntax. Okay, syntax df of age by plot got an unexpected key argument x. Okay, fine. Key argument y again. Okay. So no y argument is required. Just a minute. See the trend here. It's just nothing but the age. How the age was in India, it was on 19 and 20. And if you see for Japan, it was 18 only. This is the trend. But if you're working on an actual data set, you'll see the trend, okay? I can show you the trend if you're working on an actual data set, because how the trend will be over there, ups and downs, you'll see, right? Trend cycle, ups and downs. So that is what a trend cycle is. But if you visualize this, it will not be a better example. When you compare for the salaries, then you can see the trend for one particular person, or else over in the starting of his career, his salary will be very low, and at the peak time of his career, his salary will be a bit high, or else it could be completely low also. So that is what the trend line is, okay? This is not the proper trend, okay? This is not the proper trend. Just ignore this trend. plot for now. Okay. We'll stick with the line for now. Even if I explain over here, you'll not understand. Okay. So is it done? See, try to implement on a see firstly try to implement it on a data set. Okay. Try to implement it on a data set. Then you will see the actual trend, how it is happening. And in the upcoming section, we'll do that. Okay. We'll at least try one line plot and I will show you. So, so I will just do another one more chart, pie chart, and I will end the session for today. We'll just implement the pie. Okay. So not df. So here to implement the pie, we need to have the labels and the size, or else the labels and the values over here we want. First, we'll add the labels. So what are the labels are nothing but the categorical values. Okay. And we also need the, so let's say these are all the labels. Okay, and then we need to have the values or the sizes. Okay, let's say values. Okay, it is already giving. Just type this and I'll just run this. See, these are the proportions. Okay, these are the proportions. And this also auto PCT will help you in this. We're not having the labels. We just got the proportion. Correct. We just see. Let me just consider it to 250. See the difference. Let me just do it to 150. See the difference? Proportion. How we are assigning to what? Okay. This also auto PCT will define which label is taking how much percentage. Okay. How much percentage? So this is about the pie chart. You need labels, values, and plot. You can plot it. Okay. This is how you'll be plotting the pie chart. So please plot the pie chart if you are following. No, scatter is different. Okay. First, scatter is different. As we are creating our own data and we are doing right, so we'll not see much difference. When we are working on an actual data set, we'll see the much difference. Okay. We'll also have a pair plot. Okay. I hope everyone is done. I can stop the screen share, right? Auto PCT will help us to get to visualize the percentage and also how much that floating percentage is. Okay. Clear about auto PCT? You just need to change the values over there. That's it. Okay, so any more doubts, anyone? Okay. So Pavan, today we have discussed about pandas and also matplotlib and seaborn. Okay, and there were few other plots which we need to explore. We will explore them. Okay. I need to check with the operations team, Shivam, regarding the previous lecture. I'll just inform her. Just wait, I'll just inform her right away. Okay, I'll just provide that matplotlib in the drive also. Okay, I'll just delete that notebook and I'll just upload the notebook. Tomorrow you will have a session and that will be doubt session. Okay, doubt, whatever the doubts you're having, you can ask in that session. Okay. Also, you got an email in these join in these sessions in another email. No, no. So whatever the mail that you have registered, you will be getting emails to that mail only. Okay. So please try to join through that mail only, so that your attendance will be counted. Okay. Is that clear? Yeah, but it's better if you attend the AMA. Okay. Crash course. So you're talking about the self-paced learning. If you're talking about the self-paced learning, Manju, so please start with that. Okay. One more time, I'm repeating regarding the attendance. Whatever the email ID that you have mentioned while registering, to that mail only, you will be receiving all the mails. And even while you're joining the session, also you need to join through that mail ID only. Okay, that is about attendance part. Coming into recordings, I have informed the team. Okay, so those will be updated by Monday. Okay, or else by Monday afternoon or Monday evening, the things will be updated. Don't worry about those recordings. Okay, these are the two main concerns I'm saying. Firstly, please make sure that whatever the email ID that you have registered with, you are attending the sessions through the same mail ID. Okay. In the first class, we have discussed about Python only, Kushi. And once we are done with the all the sessions and your project, then only you'll receive the certification. Can we combine Matplotlib, NumPy, and Pandas? A combination of Matplotlib, Pandas, NumPy is what the data analysis is. Okay. For now, it's fine, but please make sure in the upcoming sessions you're joining with the same mail ID. Okay. So if it is still the same for you, I'll just give a mail ID. Just drop the same message to them. Okay. Please drop an email to them mentioning your issue. Okay. Okay. So day-wise notes is nothing but the handouts. Okay. Handouts I will upload, guys. So please be patient. I'll be uploading. Okay. I'll upload the handouts. Don't worry. What kind of projects we make? We are learning machine learning, right? We'll make. We'll be doing the projects related to machine learning. Okay. And it will be different domains. Okay. I will upload, Ankit. I will upload. See, Parikshit, if you're not receiving any mail regarding your absence, or else, even if you're presenting the session and you're receiving a mail as an absent, so in that case, your attendance is not being marked. Okay, that is the only way to know. And if you're joining through the same mail, you'll be receiving a mail. Okay, don't worry. No, you need to deploy it through Flask. Yeah. Yes, Manju, we are concluding the session. Any doubts? Okay, if no one is having any doubts, you guys may leave the session. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for attending. See, Manju, try to give another label and check once. Okay? If it is working, that's fine. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys.